Is this the fucking mic drop? This is exactly what I should be doing.
What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of The Drop, your weekly source for all things NFT and crypto art, as well as upcoming drops by notable people in the Mograph industry. Joining us today is Lauren Fisher. Super excited about some of the drops. It's a weird week. I'll say that for some of the bigger drops. Notably, especially among like the nifty drops that I was watching, but you know there are a few very notable artists that we should talk about.
Yeah, I know you're on a time crunch, Matt, so we'll tear through these today.
Yeah, hold on, sorry, I'm looking for the notes. Where are they?
That's for true.
The drop list. Here we go. All right, so let me open up this real quick. First up, I'm gonna skip the community drops first. We'll go to the actual
Nifty first.
Cool. So Nifty today, Arbin Villasuelu. I'm messing that up totally. Arbin did a drop on Maker's Place, I believe, like a week or two ago, and they are doing a drop on Nifty Gateway. It's a lot of the super similar. Super similar, like very what is it?
Satisfying.
I lost my term.
There you go. Satisfying.
Seriously satisfying animations and stuff like that. Right. So that's good. Next up, we got on the 6th. That was today, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't catch this, sorry. Go to the secondary market on 4/6 tomorrow, Tuesday. Fuckrender and Zed are doing
nice.
They did a collab together. They're doing a drop on Nifty, which is cool. Next up, 4/7, we've got G-Monk. G-Monk's doing another drop on Nifty, which is great. G-Monk stuff is really, it's good stuff and it's sold really well. It's weird. A lot of people aren't like showing off. I wish people would show off the work that they're trying to sell instead of just waiting until the day of the drop.
Or preview.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to notate this because I think it's stupid,
Okay.
But Forbes is doing a drop. So, like the magazine is doing a drop on Wednesday on the 7th.
That's
Which
interesting.
I don't know what that's about. I feel like it's a cash grab, but I could be wrong.
That it wouldn't be. But,
right. I don't know. What are they gonna do? Like sell the cover of their I don't know.
Slam did that. Slam magazine is doing a cover drop. So maybe it's journal like a magazine sort of media, a way to like a brand, there's a lot of brands that are trying to get into it. So I'm sure that's all along those lines of it's content,
Yeah.
It's like maybe it is a cash grab, but maybe it just is like more of like an earned media or whatever thing to get attention, to say we're dropping an NFT to be a part of that culture,
Francisco in the chat said dropping some stock tips. There you go. I don't know. I'm curious if it's like because the Winklevoss twins own Nifty, it's like, oh, Forbes, you should totally do an NFT. It's like, no, you guys are so out of the realm.
See.
Whatever.
You never know.
Yeah,
maybe they'll surprise us.
Yeah. On the 8th, which I believe is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Stuart Lippencourt, Stuzor is doing another drop, which I made a lot of money off of Stuzor. I bought 3 of his drops for $200 each, and I sold all together for around $3,600. So I was very happy about that one. Hopefully, I don't know what he's planning on price-wise doing this time, but I always think Stuzor is a great investment. If you're looking to get in, if you're looking to do collecting stuff.
Yeah.
So. Then 4/11, which I believe is Saturday or Sunday, Rhymes Like Dimes again is doing another drop. Yeah, I know. Like they were on our first drop episode, I think.
Yeah.
Is doing another, and it's some sort of special secret weird one. I don't know. He hasn't. They haven't teased anything. So yeah. Moving over to Maker's Place. So Justin Roiland is doing a drop, which this one is actually very cool versus some of the ones that he's done on Nifty. These ones he's actually like auctioning off some of the scans of the original ideas between Rick and Morty and stuff like that, which I think is very cool. I say if he was going to do that, I thought that was a good one. Now, one thing to keep in mind, that's today. It could be happening now. I don't know. But there's a $1 raffle that I think everyone should hop on to try and get the $1 raffle, because the thing is with the $1 raffle, it costs you $1, but if you win it, you can resell it for like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, you know. Same with the Beeple one. The Beeple, he dropped one for $7 to 7 people, and like they were going for like $300,000. So it's like for the small amount, you know, I don't know. You've got a better chance of winning that than you do the lottery.
All right.
So you know, if you're willing to, you know, I mean, it'll pay it back no matter what, and you only have to pay it if you win. You know. So you don't have to pay it to enter.
Then there's no reason to not do it.
There's no reason not to. Yeah, it's like free money.
It's free real estate.
Free real estate.
And speaking of hopping on it, we got some community drops, including the first one.
I'm so excited about Brandon Parvini's. So Brandon Parvini did a drop on Foundation, and this one, I saw this one last night, and it is gorgeous. This is the level that I want to see in NFT drops.
Right.
Like
meaningful.
That is so good.
Because that's the question. And Michael was asking, aren't all drops cash grabs? And I don't think so. I think they're about the art. Of course, they're going to make money, but it's not like about just throwing anything out there. It's doing something for the art. So this is something that I was going to bring up
earlier on the show, was that I think the NFT space as it is changing. At first, and I said this on Slack a few days ago, it used to be all about just a cash grab, and all of us had this like serious FOMO about getting in while it's hot and let's make some money and stuff like that. And the thing is, there was that, but I think the bubble has bursted. You know, like you can't buy something on Nifty and then turn around and flip it like a day later for twice as much money unless it's certain people, right? And I think the ones who already made their name in this space are going to stay popular within that space. And then the ones who didn't, this is just going to become a way of life for a lot of artists, where especially once you get like the renders, you know, RNDR, you know, the Otoys who are making it to where there's minimal minting fees and minimal
it's gonna become a regular thing.
It's just going to become a regular thing.
And you'll have other people who rise to the top still, all that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and it's once those collectors start finding these people, it's going to be just like an Instagram following, you know? It's going to be the next Instagram. You post your NFT, people can buy it, you can do, you know, collections or whatever, and then there you go. You keep making money off of it. And I think it's great. I think it'll be a great, once we get to that place where, you know, the environmental aspects are a thing of the past, the minting fees are a thing of the past. Once we get to there, I think this is going to become the new thing for artists. This is a new way for them to make money. You know, residual income, not just their main income.
Right.
So,
all right, we got a bunch more. Let's roll
I know.
Through.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Community.
Next up, we've got Noah Wool. Noah Wool. I love the character. I think the character is great. You know, like I love the skin shading and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Really pretty stuff. I'm gonna mess everyone's name up. Nico Rocco. In our Slack, I thought this one was really pretty. You know, piece is called Elevation. That one is over on Rarible. Next up, we got Garrett Appleton. Did a drop on OpenSea. Super cool.
Cube 2 Hypercube.
Cube 2 Hypercube. Very fun stuff. Love the smoke there. Next up, we got. I'm surprised this one hasn't been sold yet. Gustav at Botched. If you this one is over at Rarible. Like this one
needs
is
to
fantastic.
be on Foundation. I'm just saying.
I know.
I feel like this needs to be on Foundation.
It is so pretty, so pretty. I love that one. Like, yeah, absolutely super killer. I mean, they've already sold 4 of them, 4 out of the 7. So I don't know. It's, against the moral code to drop it somewhere else, right?
Well, you'd have to burn it on one and then move it to the other, but yes.
Yeah.
Or you could transfer it for sure. There's ways to do that. So.
Next up, we got Gav Grant. Gav Grant did a piece called Fairy Tale. Really beautiful. That's so pretty.
He's got a couple things out right now, too, if you look at his accounts. Let's check that out.
Man, I love the smoke in the background, or the fog. That's super cool. Man, we got a lot of people, a lot of community. Scott Unruh. Scott Unruh did a piece called Breathing Eden. Oh, that's fun. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, composition's nice, too. Dave in the glitchy OBS transition is fire. Next up, Smearballs.
That's
just another day at the office. I love I love Smearballs stuff, and he just posted something super rare.
Great. I think I saw Paul Babb is the one who posted this. Where I
saw
it. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Of course, Smearballs.
Of course,
unique
right.
style.
And then you've got the
surprises here.
And just smacks her face in the cake.
Yeah, this is
so good. Yeah, I was watching that and I was like, man, I remember those days working in an office and having to. Oh god, it was awful.
Yeah.
Cubicles.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Mitch Myers. Mitch Myers did a drop. Mitch Myers Observers.
Cool
this
fire.
was really cool fire. Yeah. So pretty. I love that.
Nice.
Like you get like a story with it. I love those drops, versus just I guess a regular looping animation. Aaron Sorensen, didn't we did this?
We might have talked about this last week. Now that I think about it, but yes.
I said I wanted to see just a little bit more, or I wanted it to loop.
Yeah.
But it's very pretty. Sorensen does such good work. Such good work. I love the work Aaron Sorensen does. Next up, Will, aka Revelo, just did a drop. This one is on Foundation, Knee Deep in Paradise. That's what it's called. Very pretty. Love it. I told him to. What did I tell him to name one the other day? It was Fish Fingers and Custard. It was a Doctor Who reference. I told him the name of it, and he did. Let's see. Next up, Travis Davids.
Yeah, I love the presentation of this.
Yeah. Is that a drop on Maker's
It's
Place?
3 different drops.
Oh, yeah.
So each one is like through this viewing hole, like with a person looking at it. I really love how this was done. Such a great idea.
Super pretty. Super pretty.
Yeah. And,
next up, Luis Miranda is doing a drop on Maker's Place.
Now this one is like a redo because
originally because he was worried about the
Five Nights at Freddy's IP.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Which is good. This is the right way to do it. He went back and redid his original render like this, and it looks great. And it's just different enough to not violate any sort of copyright or anything.
It's an homage.
Not much. Phil Roberts. Oh boy, is this oh gosh.
Yeah, the Jesus Christ Easter
celebrate
edition.
Easter, he did a Jesus Christ Easter edition. Okay.
So buff.
Yeah.
So buff.
Yeah. I thought that one would go over a lot better than it did.
Yeah.
Apparently it sold 1, and the one person is our friend Joe.
Yeah. That's funny.
But so get your hands on that. Those are going fast.
Next up, Jan Sladeko. Space Struggle Episode 4. If you followed Jan's work, Jan does some super awesome stuff.
All the astronaut
this
things.
one is the 4th one in his series. I love it. It's so cool, so pretty.
And he's gonna be on in a few weeks or so, I think. Maybe about a month, I think.
And see, you always get a good story with Jan stuff.
Yeah,
like I think
really
that's
good.
That's the way to do it. All right. Also, Zomax. Cornelius Damrick is doing a drop on April 18th. That's for Nifty Gateway, right?
It's for Nifty. That's going to be a big one. And he's got this little teaser.
Yeah. So if y'all, everyone knows Cornelius. I mean, the 52 hertz.
Yeah.
Classic.
Octane
classic.
render.
6088 AD.
Did you notice this? Did you notice the end of this thing where it says April 18th?
That it says
the 8 kind of hangs. The 8.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Does it have to do with
I don't
Crypto
know.
888?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So keep that one on your radar.
Yeah.
Next up.
That's it.
No, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
We're not doing Andy's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I
Andy
forgot
Needham
about
also
Andy's.
did a drop.
Where did I put that?
Foundation. It's in your notes. It's on Foundation.
Is it?
Oh, what lies within?
What notes? I guess that's
the drop notes on Notion.
The new one. That's why. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Lauren,
Yes.
I found that student film. Some listeners found the student film that you were talking about earlier.
Too.
Yeah, we'll put that one in the notes.
Here's
I just
Andy
sent it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Andy's. Yeah. So super pretty. I love it. I think it's great.
Wait, somebody found wormholes?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's on YouTube.
God, I look for it every once in a while and can't. So I'm glad somebody put it up there.
All right,
Andy's
that is
real
it
pretty
for
here.
community drops and everything. I'm surprised. I didn't realize there were that many community drops this week. So
Yeah, there were
I thought
a
it was
lot.
going to be kind of a slow week when I was going through the Nifty and everything. The thing is with Nifty and I'm not dogging on any of the other artists who are dropping this week but they're not in the Mograph universe per se.
Yeah.
You know, and I do kind of pick and choose
we do
my
try to come
favorite.
with
And I'm
it with that
sorry
angle,
to some who I don't pick. You know, art is subjective, and since I'm the subjective one who's picking it, I get to choose who gets.
It's your show. You get to pick,
boss.
right?
I'm okay. Right. Yeah, it's my show. I get to choose. So, but if anyone is doing, any listeners are doing any drops in the next week or so, feel free to hit us up and let us know. We'll feature it on the podcast.
And Lauren, we were talking earlier, and we're almost out of time here, but we were talking earlier about the fact that some people are on the fence about doing NFTs. What do you think would really get you to say yes? I've got to go do an NFT. What would be your thing?
Gosh, well, I mean, I think resolving the environmental question a little bit, and I think it also it's very mysterious. Like I signed up I got a foundation invite, and so I'm on foundation. I minted something just to go through the process and see what it's like. And I was telling you guys that I haven't like promoted it yet because I'm like still trying to learn. There's so many facets of what NFTs, what this new sort of world is, and like the conflicts are not just one. It's not just the environmental stuff. It's like the money and who's profiting from it, who the platforms are, who's running them, where's like and how, for me, honestly, what makes me nervous is the sheer amount of money that is being thrown around. Now on the smaller level, like if it's like you're collecting your friends and they're collecting you, and it's this way of like supporting each other, and that, to me, that's really cool. This bigger thing where you're talking like tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, whatever, and the potential and the it's not just greed. I do, like I said, I understand people seeing an opportunity and wanting to make money, especially artists. You know, we get hosed all the time. But when I start seeing those levels of money, my little like red flag goes up, like kind of like, wait, where's this money coming from? And like, who is, you know, if it feels too good to be true, is it, you know, and what are the implications of that? And so I guess for me, it's a little bit coming from this place of like wanting to know more about that. But on the creative level and the community level and the potential, everything that you were talking about at the beginning of this episode about it becoming this true place to share, to collect, to have it really be that, the pure aspirations of it are really intriguing. And I hope that starts to get more of a foothold, and the other parts of it are, the question is like, is the underbelly of it or whatever, is that intrinsic to it? Like, it has to be that way, it's built on that, or is it something that can evolve and change and come into the light and be something that everybody can get a grasp on and understand what they're doing from start to finish? Because there is this mystery again. Like I'm signing up for something called MetaMask. I'm signing up for these things. I'm like, yes, okay, all right. Like I'm going through these steps, and I'm so excited. I'm getting that satisfaction of, I have a drop, I have a thing there, I'm connected with other artists, but then it's like, I'm still like waiting for that one moment to like really dive in feet first and be like, hey, everybody, this is my drop. And this is like, you know, because I am just like, I want to know what I'm endorsing, you know, and and part of it too is just like me educating myself as well and spending all it takes is time, you know. So that anyway, that's I'm on the fence, but I'm not completely rejecting it. Like I said, I've minted something. I'm not telling anybody about it. I just told a lot of people, I guess, but you know, it's definitely, it's fascinating. That's my takeaway right now, is just intellectually as an artist. And us, I mean, imagine us like Mograph people. We've always for so long felt like we were in the art world or the creative world, these kind of people over here in our own little lunch table. And now we're at the center of something that's so huge in the art world. And, you know, I have people that reach out to me that are like, weren't you doing NFTs, all your work, and you could do so much and you could be da-da-da. I'm like, I know, but I'd like, feels weird to be hopping into something that I don't quite understand. But normalize. I'm happy for the homies though, you know, like I'm really happy for this community that I'm a part of and that I've been watching grow over the last, 15, 20 years, even have this moment in the sun in a way. And I just hope it continues to be, I want it to be a really positive thing and not something tainted by weirdness. Because there are some great pure things to come from it when it comes to creativity and community and sharing your art, and collecting. So
totally.
There you go.
Totally. I think that I think the prices as well, I think they're going to start to normalize, because as of right now, with them being like 1 Ether, 2 Ether, 3 Ether, it's like, oh man, that's really expensive if I want to collect one of my friends' works. It's like, I love my friends, but I don't have $2,000 to spend on them. My wife would kill me if I spent $2,000 on a friend's work.
Right.
But it's like, I would think once we see the mint fees and, all this other stuff go away, things will be a lot more, a lot more obtainable, especially,
Yeah.
So what you got for the drop, Matt?
That's all I got.
All right.
Let's thanks for joining us on the drop. If you've got community drops, hit us up, let us know. In the meantime, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Hit us up at info@mograph.com. Send us your drop. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
See you later.
The drop. Is this the fucking mic drop? This is exactly what I should be doing.